Welcome back, Fragrance Hunters. Today we're going to be going over Versace, the Men collection. All of these here. So if there's anything you see you're curious in learning about, stick around and we're going to be reviewing each of these. The very first fragrance we're going to be checking out today is Versace's Eros Flame. This one came out in 2018 as the predecessor to the earlier version, which was the Versace Eros. In comparison, they are very similar according to the note breakdown. However, when I spray this scent on, I get like a sweeter start point. This one is an eau de parfum.
So that should help the scent last longer. I believe it's actually sweet because of the mandarin orange and the vanilla tone. It even has tonka bean. Tonka bean gives it that nice edge. I really like the overall design of this bottle. Like, if you take the cap and you actually pull it up and you look at it, it has a very nice heavy top. There's the little Medusa head right there. See, yeah, close. Yeah, overall the bottle seems really cool. I like it myself. I believe it looks very similar to the previous Eros bottle. And there's also like these nice fine grooves in the bottle, giving it a bit more texture, making it feel a little bit heavier. Just overall, it just feels like a luxury bottle. This scent's going to run you close to 90 bucks, even uppers of $100. But overall, I would say the fragrance is a pretty solid scent. It's worth checking out.
The previous version, which was called Versace Eros. Now, if you've had this one, it's kind of like this being the cold and this being the hot. This one is going to have a bit more flavor to me from the opening note. The Eros itself is a bit smoother. This is going to be something that just creeps up on people. Again, it comes off as a bit more just relaxed. It's also sweet to me in some case.
That would be because it's a Falger fragrance, which are usually made up by combining lavender, oak moss, and coumarin in a synthetic form of tonka bean. Generally, you'll find lavender as the top note, which gives the opening fragrance the sweetness.
Combine all these together, you're going to get this synthetic smell that smells like tonka bean, which is going to be that sweet smell that you smell.
The scent is a pretty long-lasting scent. It definitely has a unique characteristic about it when being worn. I also like this bottle, just like the Eros Flame. It's built really fancy. The cap feels kind of heavy. It has that gold Medusa top. Feels really nice. Just looks just very fancy. It is a very expensive fragrance, so it should have just an overall expensive appeal. It's a great scent worth checking out. I would say definitely pick up the Versace Eros.
Be sure not to say Versace 3 times. If you do, there's a chance you can summon the ghost of Versace. Trust me, you don't want that guy to come around. By the way, if you do,
what?
Something might happen.
Versace.
No.
Versace.
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 No.
Versace. Versace.
No.
Versace. Versace.
No.
Versace. Versace. Versace.
How could you?
Versace. Versace.
Ah. Versace.
The next fragrance I'm going to be talking about is going to be the Versace Man. Versace Man is a very nice, clean citrus style tone. Again, this is going to be an aromatic fragrance family. Whenever I spray this scent, I get like an opening note of like a strong citrus. Now, this tone is for all of those guys who wants that nice, casual tone. If you like anything that's like a clean, fresh, sporty type fragrance family, this is going to be the scent that you want to try out for Versace. Now, the lasting power on this is phenomenal because usually tones like this typically have a tendency not to hold that well because it's a more of a summertime, daytime, summertime, daytime type fragrance family. However, Versace Eau de France, Versace Man Eau de France really delivers. For the price point and the scent and the reactions that you get, it's really nice. I would say I get more compliments with this particular version of Versace than any of the Versaces I've tried out.
This box was designed with blue crocodile skin that I personally ripped apart with my bare hands. Although the rarity outweighs the cost.
This brings me to the next fragrance, Versace pour Homme. This one launched in 2008, right after the Versace Man, a couple of years later, kind of keeping that same similar feel of that clean, aquatic, fresh type fragrance family. Again, if you find yourself buying blue bottles in clean tones, this is another one worth checking out. It doesn't necessarily adopt a strong presence of the strong citrus from this particular scent. However, it does treat you right and gives you the equal lifeline for a good, relaxed, daytime, casual fragrance family. I would say this would be appropriate for if you're going out on a date and you're just wanting to just dress standardly casual, and you're just going to the store or something of that nature, and you want to have a scent that's not overwhelming, a scent that just smells clean and fresh and gets a lot of compliments. This is going to be that kind of fragrance family. I wouldn't say it's really sweet, and I wouldn't say it's really, again, positioned to be over citrus. It's just that fresh, clean, out of the shower type smell. Lifeline for this is going to be about 4 to, I'd say, 9 hours, to where you can actually prominently smell it on the skin itself.
I really like this bottle. It's made of solid glass. It has this really cool silver Medusa head on the front. The box itself is pretty nice. The scent is going to be one of those scents that is pretty versatile. It can be worn business or casual. I just love the scent. It has a remarkable feel. It's going to be full of compliments. It's a great price and worth checking out.
The next fragrance I'm going to be talking about is called the Dylan Blue, or Dylan Blue, however you want to say it. This scent came out in 2016. It's a pretty good, like more of a businessman type smell. It's a very clean smell. It also uses that Folger nose breakdown, and it's considered an aromatic tone as well. It's considered a woody, spicy tone. However, to me, it gives me more of a fresh, clean smell. If you've ever worn something like the Chanel Blue for Men, or something of that kind of nature, like that, or the Tommy Bahama Deep Blue, these kind of fragrances, to me, it kind of gives you the expression, I'm formal, I'm important, but I'm also clean and fresh. It doesn't have as much like sweet tones as something like this. It's definitely going to be more professional, relaxed. It does have a pretty good projection, and overall, like,
A bold, clean, professional scent for men. You're going to want to have at least one of these type of scents in your collection. These kind of fragrances usually delivers a bit more of a professional and yet safe kind of fragrance. It's going to stand out and leave an impression as you pass by people because it has a solid string that delivers your presence as you pass by people. The bottle itself even looks superior, being a deep dark blue slate color with that gold dial. Even the top is going to be gold plated. It's a bit heavy. It's reflective as well. So if you're on the market for a new scent, or you already do not have a scent in your collection like this one already, I would highly suggest checking out the Versace Dylan Blue for Men.
the next pair I'm going to be presenting is going to be the Versace Blue Jean and the Versace Dreamer. Now, these particular tones came out in, I would say, the earlier 90s. They're my most dated scents. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the blue jeans. You can find this scent like at TJ Maxx, Marshall, Ross, all of those places that sell inexpensive fragrances. It is a fair scent worth checking out for the price points because you normally can catch these at a fairly low price. So I would say with the projection, seems like it's almost too heavy for me. It gives me, again, an older guy type scent, but I don't want to downplay by any means. This just doesn't work for me. You know, there are guys that I've seen that love this particular scent and they continue to buy the scent because it's been that scent that's the rock for them. I'm not going to lie, when I first came across this scent, I was kind of turned off with the unique guy with the guitar sitting on a fence. Yeah, it was very misleading. And then I'm not even going to lie, like even the bottle, when we look at the bottle, you're looking at like almost like that of a juice container. You know, I was not too impressed with the look of this particular scent. It did not necessarily make me feel like it's a luxurious brand like Versace. You know, I would say it gives me more of a feel of like Again, just almost like that old school, I got something on, it's clean fragrance. It didn't really have enough characteristics to me to really charm me. Not nearly as much as some of the other Versace's I discussed earlier on in the video.
Again, here's an up-close impression of the blue jean bottle. It resembles that of like an old-style cola bottle from like the old times. And again, the creepy guy on the fence with a guitar. Perhaps if you wear this scent, you might want to go play guitar on a fence in the sunlight. But yeah, I guess I'm just disappointed such a high designer name, Versace, on such just a generic type of scent. I have to say this is my least favorite of the Versace's.